Joe Brian Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Mike Sempervive, also of WrestlingObserver.com. Mike will be taking over this show tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, as I will be in Chicago for the All Out show. It's coming up on Sunday. And the Dynamite show last night, whatever you thought of last week's Dynamite, holy smokes, what a show this was. Santana and Ortiz beat FTR. Excellent opening match. Crowd's going nuts. This crowd is like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it's very hard to run the same city 4 times in 2 weeks, but they're doing it. So we'll see if the crowd's still alive by the time late Sunday night rolls around, because they were going crazy here. And they got Friday and they got Sunday, all in the same market. So that's a challenge. We had a Punk promo where he actually got physical, and he ended up hitting a go to sleep here on television, the very first go to sleep to Jeff Parker of 2.0. He was the lucky recipient, and they did a great job building up that match. MJF and Chris Jericho, holy smokes. These two guys, MJF's sit-down interview with Tony Schiavone was one of his best promos of all time, from a guy who is a fantastic promo. Jericho's promo in the ring with Jim Ross, also a great promo. I mean, this was a go-home show. I mean, they hit a home run or whatever's better, a grand slam. Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
They sunk 10 baskets or whatever. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Orange Cassidy, Jack Evans was clever, because they literally did the finish during a commercial break, and it was not a screw-up. The idea was, they always tell you, you won't miss anything if you watch picture-in-picture, but if you're me, you still skip it, because I'm not going to miss anything. I really felt bad, because Jericho keeps mentioning that he took like 12 power bombs in the match that he had with Wardlow, and I think like 11 of them were during the picture-in-picture. So, man, dude, I don't know.
Hey,
if I were taking 12 power bombs, I'm going to make it abundantly clear this better not happen during that little tiny picture-in-picture.
I don't know. Do you set it up with production that way? I would hope not. But yeah, even Lance Storm says you fast forward through the commercials. That's how he looks at it. It's that picture-in-picture is part of a commercial. He's not down with it. It's not part of the show. Well, this is one of those times. Back in the day, they would do this too. You know, if something happens, we'll run the VTR. Every once in a while, you got to do this sort of stuff to keep your fans honest and to let them know that stipulations matter. These types of things actually matter. And hey, you might miss something, including the commercial, which is really what that's all about. Stop skipping the commercials, kids. They want you to buy Papa John's and whatnot.
Yes, people, this was clearly by design. There was a reason to do this. It's one thing if you're running commercials and the people can't see the wrestling, because then why bother doing it during the break, because they couldn't have seen it even if they watched the commercials. When you have picture-in-picture, the whole idea is, and you can actually see this if you ever look at the minute-by-minute ratings of AEW, they lose a lot of fans during every single commercial break, even with the picture-in-picture. Fans don't want to watch commercials. They want you to watch commercials. You know who wants you to watch commercials? The people that are paying them millions and millions of dollars for the television deal. So every once in a while, they are going to do a finish during that picture-in-picture, because they want to train you to not switch the channel during commercials. You watching commercials is what helps them get a gigantic television deal the next time their deal comes due.
It's their version of click the link, kids. That's what it is.
It's a version of do a title change at Al's show. Let people know that if they go to Al's show, something actually might happen. Powerhouse Hobbs and Brian Cage, nobody cared about this match for like 5 minutes, but then they worked so hard and they did so much big dude stuff that the crowd was going crazy by the end. And old Hook interfered. Ricky Starks hit Cage with the title. Hobbs hit the running power slam for the pin. Hook's debut is going to get like 2 million views.
Dude, Hook as the kid from Goodfellas at the beginning, you know, when they're all young and selling cigarettes off the back of the truck, and he's got these white shoes on, and although he moved to the leather pants and that T-shirt he has, he is a sight with that hair and whatnot. His debut is going to be something else. Him as a babyface, I have a feeling, is going to be something else way down the line.
You know, it's funny too. I mean, I don't know. I have two nephews that I think are like 18 and 20, okay? And so Hook's hairstyle does not surprise me at all. That's what these kids do nowadays. I mean, what's with all you old people that are like, oh, I've never seen a haircut like old Hook? Well, go, you know.
Dude, I live with a haircut.
I will continue.
You've seen this kid's hair.
Well, it's not a haircut. Your kid's, that's just his hair.
So wait a second, young couture. So do you live in an area where you get the kids with the big hair? And
I just said my 18-year-old nephew who lives 2 feet away from me, maybe not that close, but he's right down the road. Let me tell you about this kid's hair. This kid was in Vegas for a Carrot Top performance, and Carrot Top singled him out to tell him he liked his hair.
Wait a second.
That's not even a joke. That's a true story.
He paid to go see Carrot Top?
Well, he didn't pay. I'm sure his father paid. That's another story entirely.
God.
Hey, listen, Britt Baker did an interview and teased news about a free agent signing. It was her. They're not even pretending.
No.
Adam Cole.
They shouldn't.
Adam Cole appears to be on his way in. Ty Conti beat Penelope Ford. It was a match. It was not a great match. Ty Conti, there's a lot of great stuff that she does, but she's adding a lot of stuff to her repertoire. Let's go back to that other good stuff, like the judo throws and the
That's
the
my
kicks.
thing. I'm watching this match, and I'm thinking this is a Penelope Ford match. This is a WWE-style match because Penelope Ford is so limited, but I'm thinking the whole time, as they're talking about Ty Conti's BJJ and her judo... Please, can we see some of that, please? Nothing. Again, look, some matches are just going to be the way they have to be, but she has gotten further and further away from that, and it's one of the unique parts of her game. I wish they would break it out more.
Friday, Rampage, CM Punk interview, Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia with Punk on commentary, Malachi Black versus Lee Johnson, Statlander versus Rebel and Jamie Hayter, and Miro speaks. Can't help but notice that Punk is going to do commentary for Darby Allin and Daniel Garcia. That sounds to me like a run-in. Beat these geeks up again.
Stare down?
You can't beat up 2.0 too many times. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
It's nobody has had. Malachi Black and 2.0. I mean, if Malachi Black wasn't so great as a character and didn't come in there and hasn't been so damn strong, 2.0 walking right in there in the position that they did, I mean, it's something else. And for them to probably be able to live out their childhood dreams by getting beat up by Sting, you're in there with one of the hottest people in all of professional wrestling in Darby Allin. I mean, everything about this for them is fantastic. And what a great utilization by them. I was really surprised when they put them and Daniel Garcia together and just kind of threw it out there wow, this is with all these other people on your roster. This is what you're going with, but damned if they didn't do it the right way. And I want to see more tag team wrestling. That's the one nitpick I have. One of the small nitpicks about the show was FTR and Santana and Ortiz, which was a really great match. And Santana and Ortiz get the victory. I don't think we're anywhere near done. But it's not like I was looking for a whole lot of afterbirth after the match, but they skipped from that, the finish of the match, and almost right away, Tony, and he kind of stumbled over his words with the copy, but went right to throwing it to 2.0 to cut their promo, and I just didn't think they gave that enough time to marinate, how big of a victory this was. FTR barely wrestles, and they've been on a 10-match winning streak or something like that. It goes back a long time. That's the one thing I wish they kind of would have done, was kind of let that cook a little bit more, because I felt like they just kind of yanked it away and moved on. It's not, I don't think they're anywhere near done, like I mentioned, but I was a little surprised by that. So if I had a little nitpick, I guess that's where it was.
I would be remiss if I did not mention that the main event was the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
No, the main event was Anna Jay coming back.
Oh, can you kill any more jokes while you're at it, you nerd?
Oh.
The Young Bucks and the Good Brothers versus the Lucha Brothers and Jurassic Express was a very, very good main event. And the shock of all shocks was that the Young Bucks pinned Ray Phoenix. I think that Ray Phoenix and Penta El Zero Miedo are winning these titles on Sunday. And it is time for one of these heels to drop the belts. I thought they were going to do it to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. But I don't certainly have a problem with them dropping them to Penta and Rey Fenix. But I think we're going to see that title change on Sunday because we're not seeing the Good Brothers lose the TNA titles. We're not seeing Kenny Omega lose the AEW title. We need the Elite to suffer a loss here. It's time. It's heat. But then you have the point of getting heat is to then give the people something, a babyface win. I believe it is time for that.
And you know what the one thing is with Lucha Bros is? They can wrestle anybody. That's the one thing, too, is you can go skip on and they can literally wrestle anybody on either side of the ledger and then turn those belts over to them, whether it be FTR or whether it be a Jurassic Express.
So that was the show, everybody. And yes, coming up on Sunday, they have added some new folks to the Casino Battle Royal, including Anna Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were building up to this. You got to give me the Iggy on this stuff.
Now it's just lame. There's no Iggy to give. Just pay attention.
Well,
it should be obvious.
Joke? Well,
golly,
please.
every single person in the chat knew what I did except you.
I wasn't paying attention.
Even your son.
Oh.
All right. Let's look at some feedback here.
Let's look at Anna Jay. Can we put a picture up, please?
Jared, it's 2021.
Let's put a picture up.
If you enjoy these videos, for just $7.99 per month, you can enjoy full-length editions of The Bryan and Vinny Show, Wrestling Observer Live, Figure 4 Daily with Tom Lawler and Lance Storm, plus hundreds of archived shows, all in beautiful HD. Don't miss out. Join us today.